Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Chelsea, in case you didn't already know. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm so happy to be back, you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a interesting video, a very exciting and thrilling video, child, about my crazy ex-best friend. He's done a lot of things that has been all over the world, out of the blue, crazy. I'll get into it in a few seconds, but yeah, that story time that I already did on him, I privated it so you can't see it on my channel. But anyway, so with this particular best friend, we were best friends in high school. I went to both of my proms with him, my junior prom and senior prom, and he went to his senior prom with me my junior year. We were best friends. We were both in the band, and so we were best friends in high school. And then I ended up cutting him off. So I ended up cutting him off after high school. Well, while at the end of my high school career, because of a situation that I'm about to tell you about. And in college we caught back up, but I don't think we weren't really true friends again. So we caught up a little bit in college, and you know, he told me about something crazy that had happened to him, and I'm going to give a little update about, you know, where he is now and everything like that. So I have a few situations I want to talk about dealing with him. First of all, the reason I ended up cutting him off was because at our second prom, you know, he took me to prom. We was there for only a few minutes, and then he left, but he never came back. And he did that because, girl, TMI warning, child, I'm not gonna say that, never mind, but he wanted to be with another girl. Reasons you can assume. But he was pretty nice to me. We got along very well. And one time I was telling him about this guy that was bothering me, and you know, he eventually talked to God. I don't know what he said, or if he actually really defended me, but it was this guy that had been disrespectful to me. I can't remember how many times by the time I told him, but and overall it wasn't a lie, but you know, I was just complaining to him. He said he was gonna so yeah, he said he was gonna talk to him for me. And after that, you know, the guy never bothered me again or whatever. I can't remember if he started back again, but I know for a while he didn't really say anything to me or whatever. But so I'm gonna talk about these 3 instances, and I'm trying to talk about them in order. So anyway, you know, I cut him off, you know, at the end of my high school career, whatever the case may be. But during high school, right before, it was around the time before I graduated. So I was talking to a group of my classmates. I'm going to just call him Pickle in story time. So they was telling me how he just went so crazy. So I was talking to him. I think I told him about how he kind of left me at prom. And I also told him that, you know, I lied to him. I told him small lie because it wasn't compared to what he did, you know. It was big to me at the time, but now looking back, it's it's not even that big of a deal, but it was still disrespectful. You know how he just left and never came back. But anyway, what I had told them was that I lied and made it seem like I was sitting at the prom, or that I was going to let him pick me up, but my family picked me up, and you know, he came back to the prom, and that was kind of my revenge. So they told me they get into this fight with him, and they told me that the reason for the fight was because they were talking about how he seemed gay or whatever. And I think they told his girlfriend at the time, and I think he got so mad, but I don't know why. If somebody's just saying that, oh, so and so acts gay, or they think this and that, it's I guess that is pretty trifling, especially if he were kind of close with them, and maybe he was scared that she'll believe it or something like that. But it's he was so angry because of that. And so I think that was the reason that he wanted to fight them or whatever. It was maybe 1 or 2 girls overall, and maybe 1 or 2 boys. I can't remember. It was maybe around 4 people in total that he was trying to fight. So they was telling me that that it seemed like he was doing gay stuff, and they eventually told his girlfriend at the time. And so apparently that pissed him off, and they said they were walking on the side of the school, our high school, and that he just drove up, and that they said that he tried to run some of them over, or all of them over. It was crazy. But before they was telling me that they said that because that he just, I don't know how close they were to the girl, but it's at the same time, it's y'all are just kids, y'all don't know what's going on. Why would you just tell somebody that somebody's gay if you don't really know for real? So that didn't really make any sense. And so he like drove up on them and tried to like run them over with his car. They said he came out with a bat, like he was trying to swing on them and fight them, and I think he did. He ended up hitting some of them. Like I don't know, I think it was like 2 girls that was there. One of the girls wasn't there, as a group of my classmates were telling me the story. Like I think he actually did hit one of the girls. But you know what? When he told me about how he would talk to the guy that was disrespecting me, and how he would how he sometimes he's not really nice to people, those 2 things should have been a sign that he probably does have a crazy side. And defending me, there's nothing wrong with defending me, but at the same time he made it seem like he was gonna really like lay it on the guy or whatever the case may be. But I don't know, but he tried to warn me, child. He tried to say like that he can be mean to some people, but he's really nice to me. And that was just crazy. Like he was trying to fight all those people, and they say he came out with a bat. So I guess his reasoning for doing that was because they told his girlfriend that he was gay, or whatever the case may be, child. It is insane, to be honest, but whatever. Now I have a second story I have to share. And this story is what made me believe 100% that he is crazy as heck. So I know when he was in college, I can't remember if I was in college yet, but I know when he was in college that he was complaining to me about his girlfriend. And I think it was the same girl that he was with in his senior year. And he was complaining about her going to parties and different stuff. And I don't really know why. I don't know, maybe he had trauma or trust issues from his last relationship, because when I first met him, he was in a relationship with another girl, and he was telling me how she was cheating on him and this, that, and the third, and I don't know. So maybe he had trust issues, but I know for a fact he had controlling issues, because he was just complaining too much. And the things he was complaining, I don't remember everything, but it's like you shouldn't be getting that upset, especially let it drive you to do what I'm about to tell you. So remember, before any of this even happened, he was telling me about how he it could have been about her staying out. Like he was telling me he was complaining about her going to parties. I don't know if he said that it was the amount of parties she was going to or whatever, but it's just like, now I'm thinking about, why you just didn't go to the parties with her? Like ain't that your girl? Like why is it such a big thing? Like I don't get it. Anyway, so yeah, so he already showed jealousy signs and controlling signs. And so next thing I know, I hear about him being on the news. I think my family told me. I saw him in a mugshot with an orange jumpsuit, and my family told me, and I saw on the news that he attempted to burn his ex-girlfriend's house down. They didn't mention that it was his ex-girlfriend, but I found out I forgot how I found out it was his ex-girlfriend, but it was his ex-girlfriend's house. Like he tried to burn down he burned her house down. Oh my God. Like he burned her house down. He set everything on fire. Thank God nobody was harmed. I think he ended up killing a pet or whatever the case may be, but that was insane and crazy. And I guess his jealousy and his controlling ways got built up, and he burned her house down. It was insane. The fact that, how could you do that to somebody? How could you burn someone's entire home down? And I don't think it was burned to ashes, but it was done. Like he burned her entire house down and killed her pet. But check this out. Later in life, after I graduated high school, we caught back up. He FaceTimed me with half of his face burned, and he told me that he got into a car accident. Half his face was burned, and when after he healed, his eyes was kind of cockeyed. Like he was cockeyed and like he couldn't see straight. And we was on FaceTime, and he would ask me like, could I tell that he was cockeyed? And I told him the truth. I said yes, or whatever the case may be. You know, I was just empathetic towards him when he was telling me that, you know, he got into this car wreck, and I saw how his face looked, how bad his face looked on FaceTime and while he was in the hospital. And he was telling me how he was in pain, this, that, and the third. But I say that to say, I think him getting burned and being in that car accident was karma for him burning his ex-girlfriend's house down. Like, he was crazy as heck. Like, he was just crazy from trying to run people over, fight people with bats, burning his ex-girlfriend's house down. And I'm telling you, I'm seeing him on the news in the orange jumpsuit. I think he was like looking down and pathetic, and his mother ended up bailing him. He burned his girlfriend's house down. It was completely insane. He was completely wrong for burning his girlfriend's house down and doing all of that. Like, that was unnecessary, that was disrespectful. And now that I think about it, that was abuse. To burn someone's house down was abuse and crazy. And like, now I understand deeper, like at 25 years old, like how that was just so wrong. I understood that it wasn't crazy. And I wish he would have stayed back then. I wish he would have stayed in prison for so much longer, but he just got bailed out by his mom. And I think the criminal system failed his ex-girlfriend. And I knew his ex-girlfriend, you know, we all took the same class together, and I think she was in the same grade as me. But excuse me, it's nighttime, y'all. Other news, look at my little sweater. I feel like since it's October, this is like perfect for like the season or whatever. But yeah, it was crazy. Like, that was so disrespectful how he could burn his girlfriend's house down, his ex-girlfriend's house down, because I don't think they were together. Well, I don't know if they were together at the time, but I know it was like very, very unfortunate. So I hope she's doing well. You know, she was never disrespectful towards me or mean towards me ever. Yeah, and this year my family showed me an update of him. So now he's married. I don't know if he has a child or not, but or if that's, you know, his wife's child. But yeah, he was crazy, and hopefully he's changed since then. Anyway, like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching today's crazy YouTube video. I will be trying my best to post every single day. I love you guys. Please continue to support me, show love. I love you so much. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And when I hit 500 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway. I have to look at old clips to see how much money, but I love you. Thank you, and goodbye.